Donovan, what did the Sixers or the Nets do tonight that made things so difficult for you on the offensive end of the floor?
Credit to them. They pretty much, every time I gave the ball up, kind of face guarded me. And that's kind of what's been the case the past 2 games. Now, granted, I haven't played to my capabilities, and that's on me. I let the team down in that way. But for me, I haven't seen that all season. So being able to adjust, you see it 2 games in a row, watch the film, and get better at it. Anytime I threw the ball, kind of making it tough to get a catch. And then when they switch, it kind of stops us from running our plays. So you got to give them credit. But I'll go back at the film, look at it, and I'll be better.
JB mentioned that this is a game that you guys, in a sense, needed to believe that you could play with a team of that caliber. Is that something that you felt with your own team?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing is when we're continuously trying to prove ourselves, not riding the wave of a game like this. They made an impressive run to start the end of half, and that can be deflating. Then an impressive run to end the third, that can also be deflating. Continuing to stay and continue to persevere, and that's the thing when we're now in a position where there's expectation. We're playing against these teams, we're competing, we're going to see these guys in the playoffs. We got to understand that this is just what it's going to be like, and this is part of the learning lesson. And I always say it's great to learn in wins, but learning in defeat. DG let us. We all tried to kind of combat or do our thing around that, but as we fall short, and we can look at this, look at how they guard us, look at how we guarded them, take it in film and learn from it. But as a whole, we'll be better. I'll definitely be better. I take a lot of that on myself, but we'll figure it out.
You mentioned learning in defeat. What did you learn about your team tonight?
Honestly, we look at it look at the way we ended the game. We competed, we scrapped, we defended, we scored, and on top of that, we all didn't really have our best nights offensively, outside of Darius. Was an 8-point game outside of some free throws or whatever. So understanding that we're going to be better. Not really hanging our head too much on this. Understanding that this is just a test. Like I said, we're going to see these things. Like I told you, teams are face guarding me now. Learn to adjust that. I got to learn how to get better at that. Defensively, being able to play against a guy like Kevin Durant. There's only one of him, but understanding that that's something we might see. We'll continuously see. Being able to get on the boards. Those tap outs hurt. Taking away threes, getting back in transition. There's so many things you take away from these past 2 games, I would say. And it sucks that we lost, and like I said, but we'll be better. I think the vibe in the locker room is just finding ways to just continuously improve and be better.
Kelsey, I apologize if you were already asked this. How did you see how Evan handled matching up with KD tonight, the different possessions that he was guarding him and then KD was guarding him on the other end?
Yeah, making it tough. Evan's continuously growing into his role. There's certain plays we're in the finish through contact better. You saw it in the second half. And at the end of the day, KD fouled out, continuously attacking him. But, KD 10-18 at 32 is Kevin Durant. It's not like it's some slouch on the other side. Like Evan did as good of a job as he can, and at the end of the day, he's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever play this game, and you got to have that respect. But Evan's continuing to grow and get better and better, and he did a lot of good things for us tonight, and will improve and be better.
What ways have you just seen him grow up to this point in the season? Just because
it's easy to talk about the 3-point shot. I think that's something we all see, but his voice, being able to talk. Being in position, understanding where to be, being a better passer, on the boards. I think the one thing he's continuously growing at is trying to continue to muscle up and get through and get through the pain. Obviously, he's not the world's strongest man, but he's continuously improving in the weight room, pre-practice, post-practice. You see a lot of that growth in him.
Chris Manning from that. For you, how has it been evolving in an offense that has a different shot profile than we had? What does it feel like adapting?
It's part of the learning process. It's gone well. It hasn't really been a hiccup. Now seeing something that I haven't seen, really in my career. I don't want to go back that far, but it's like I said, as far as the giving it up and denying, And Utah was different. We had four shooters out there who shot up 35 to 40% from the field. So now adjusting to that, the shot, like you said, the shot profile is different. Just continuously to make the right reads. I can get to the rim, make the mid-range, get the three, distribute guys. Now you're seeing Lamar doing dribble handoffs out the corner, similar to a PJ Tucker role. Those are things that we're still learning and continuing to build. And there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be things that we continuously, and I continuously can get better at. And, I think these two games are big proponents of that. It's part of the season. But for me, adapting to any situation, which I have been, and I'll continue to be better.
John Miller, Sports Illustrated Media Group. JB said that it seemed like Brooklyn kind of wanted to establish maybe like a playoff atmosphere, tempo. Did you notice that, and did that cause you guys to maybe kind of chase the game early on?
Yeah, when you have a team that's been there, finals MVPs, finals guys who set that tone, and a lot of those guys over there, they've been there. For us, understanding that that's what it takes on a night-to-night basis. Obviously, they're the 4 seed, we're the 3 seed. They took that win. Now they're the 3 seed. We're in 4th. There's a lot of implications on this game, and they came out and punched first. And like I said, it's the learning process. There's a lot of stuff that we will continue to be better at. Like I said, it's always better to learn through a win. But, you expect that from this group, from a team like Brooklyn, who's, I think it was 13-2 in their last 15 games. They've been playing well. KD's been playing out of his mind. They got some of the best shooters in this league. So we just got to be, we just got to be better. Like I said, DG carried us and did a lot for us and held it down and honestly led us to the comeback. But, I got to be better. All of us around got to be better to help support that. And we will. It's like I said, it's even if we won this game, I would tell you it's December and there's stuff that we continuously learning to be better. But, just go back and watch the film and understand that that's playoff basketball, that's playoff mentality, the fouls, the grabbing, the no calls, the finishing through contact, whatever it may be. That's what it is.
And speaking of Darius, I just noticed at the end of the third quarter, you kind of putting your arm around him as you guys walk off the floor. What was that conversation like? What were you trying to do?
Yeah, honestly, that's really just us kind of figuring stuff out on the fly. Obviously, I didn't have it tonight on the offensive end. So a lot of times, for me, being able to tell him, like, it's easy to tell a guy to go, but also being able to tell him how to go. He's a great player. I don't really have to tell him much, but kind of putting themselves in positions to succeed, keeping me on the strong corner, knowing they won't help you have your right hand to drive, understanding that if they're running up, Evan's running up, they're going to pre-switch, so Ev runs out, now Jetty's setting the screen, now you get the matchup you want, getting attacks downhill, running plays that are for me, and knowing damn well you're not going to pass me the ball because everybody's looking at me, getting yourself downhill. And that's pretty much what that conversation was like. I told him, I'm here for you if you need me. I'm going to continue to be there. But, when you have a guy like that who's got it going, like I said, just trying to give him as much advice as possible, more so than shoot it, more so just like putting him in spots that'll make it easier. And I told him, I was like, look, if you don't got to guard Kyrie and do all that, it's tough. So trying to make his life easier. And like I said, he was a big proponent of why we were even close. And you got to give him credit. He took that challenge tonight, and he was amazing. And like I said, we'll be better for him, and we'll be better as a group.
Yeah, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Donovan. What did you sense that was different from Darius tonight, if anything?
That's Darius Garland. I mean, like that's the Darius we all know. He's shown like on multiple nights he's capable of having nights like this. I think he took that challenge of defending Kyrie and then also going out there and leading us. You look at the growth of him throughout the season. Missing a month, trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to get used to playing with me. And now you're seeing he's putting together really, really solid games, and then you have explosions like tonight. Especially if teams are going to continuously, guard me the way they are, kind of being able to attack off that and kind of putting me, like I said just now, putting me in actions, knowing that, well, you're not going to throw me the ball, but just to occupy and making life easy. And he's doing that with his own recognition. And the only thing, I'm doing for him is just being able to throw a little advice. But like when you got a guy like that who's, he's an all-star, going to be an all-star again. He's continuously finding ways to lead us as a group on both ends of the floor. Kyrie was 11 and 19 for 32, but he took that challenge. That's not a lot of respect for Darius, and that's the player he is, and that's the player who's one of the leaders of this team.
Teams keep sagging off of Isaac and Lamar.
Keep shooting. Don't matter. Like I said, those two work on their shot. They were the first ones in the gym today after Christmas. I'm pretty sure they were there on Christmas. They, continuously working at it. Like I said, it's one thing if they're not working on it, but they're in the gym more than anybody else working on a shot. Those two and Ev. Those three are in the gym working on their shot every day. Obviously the result isn't always what we want it to be in the 3-point category, but those are the same guys we've seen continuously put the work in, and that's where the trust is there. I'm making passes knowing damn well that they're going to make it, and if they don't, it's all right. Take the next one. That's all about trust and growth in your teammates and trusting each other, and that's honestly what it all is. Understanding that we're not going to hang our heads because of a few missed shots. We trust you as a group, and I don't just mean myself. We as a group trust them, and shots will continue to fall. Thank you.